Hello and welcome, gamers. So I don't have the biggest Super Nintendo collection out there, but it started building up over the last few years, so I thought I would take some time and go through my Super Nintendo collection for anyone out there who might be interested. So let's take a look at what I've got. Alright, so let's start off with a really solid trilogy here, one of my favorites. We got Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3. Kind of a quirky one here, but I enjoy it. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. Tecmo Super NBA Basketball, which I'm pretty sure I inherited from a friend growing up. Rival Turf, kind of notorious for its cover art, but it is a decent beat-em-up. A game that most people don't like, but I really enjoy. Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues. That one's kind of a side-scrolling shooter action platformer. Out to Lunch, which I have to admit I have not played yet. One of my favorites. F-Zero. Great racing game. Mickey Mania. A solid shooter here. This is Super R-Type. Super Mario All-Stars. Amazing collection of Mario games. One of my favorites, rented it all the time as a kid, Ren and Stimpy Vidiots. Now this one I picked up from a pawn shop in this condition for 50 cents, hoping that it was going to be some gem like Chrono Trigger, but no, it's just a crappy football game. I don't even remember which football game it is. Sim City. Ms. Pac-Man. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Rocky and Bullwinkle. The Lion King. Gotta love those Disney tie-in games, all those platformers. They were really good in the 16-bit era. Top Gear. I'm actually a bigger fan of Top Gear 2, but that one's alright. Rocko's Modern Life. Not so much a game, but an accessory. The Super Game Boy. I loved playing my Game Boy games on that growing up. Probably one of the greatest games on the system, in my opinion, and one that I did not put down as a kid. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Gradius 3. Good shooter. A game that I am not a fan of. Batman Forever. Pretty wonky game. Dracula. Judge Dredd. One of my favorite games growing up. Also Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Great co-op game. Tough to beat. Mega Man X. ActRaiser. Really cool game. I'm not a big fan of fighting games, and to be honest, I never really got into this one, but it is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That game and Mortal Kombat were everywhere, as you all are probably aware, and I just never really got it. I never got the fighting game thing. Stunt Race FX. I really like that game, actually. Kind of underrated, I think. Revolution X. Addams Family. Super WrestleMania. Scooby-Doo Mystery. Dirt Race FX. Pretty impressive game, actually. Technically, anyway. Big Sky Trooper, which is a disgusting looking cart. Super Mario World. Excellent game. Aladdin, which I really love for the Super Nintendo. I actually prefer it over the Genesis version, which most people would think I'm crazy for saying that. Shaq Fu, the all-time classic. NHL 94. Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Super Return of the Jedi. The Star Wars games were amazing on the Super Nintendo. Super Star Wars, I actually have beaten that one. Bubsy, which Gets a lot of crap, but I actually really enjoyed that game growing up. It has its problems, but it's not the worst platformer. The Incredible Crash Test Dummies. I just picked this one up. Haven't even gotten to play it yet. Final Fight. Excellent game. I wish it was 2-player, but you know what? I'll take it. Zoop. Spectre. Mario Paint. An interesting game, but not really a fun one. Cool World. This is pretty much unplayable. The Adventures of Mighty Max. I didn't know anything about it when I picked it up, and it's awful. Tom and Jerry. A really fun little platformer. Kind of a hidden gem, I guess, maybe. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Really enjoyed that one. Was a big fan of the Power Rangers growing up, sadly. Rap Jam. And this is basically a street basketball game featuring 90s rappers, so it's sort of interesting. Fatal Fury. Super Tennis. Probably one of my favorites on the system. Mario Kart. I don't know why it's crusty there. I need to clean that up. I played that all the time with my dad growing up, and a lot of good memories there. Kirby's Avalanche. Earth Defense Force. This is it's a side-scrolling shooter, and it's not very good. This is a great game, though. Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. Another crusty card here. Jeopardy! Sports Edition. Tiny Toons, Buster Bust Loose. Most of the Tiny Toon games are great. This one's no exception. It's a good platformer. Tasmania. And this is Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings. Obviously a Olympics tie-in. It's a little platformer. It's not the worst. I get another crusty card here. I just got this and haven't finished cleaning it up. It's Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Got that at a steal of a price. Arkanoid. I'm a fan of Arkanoid on pretty much any system it comes out on, and this is a great port. Vortex. It is a FX chip game. You won't be able to tell by the label, but it's cool. It's a mech sort of game. Tetris 2, down to the last couple here. Really horrible condition Midway Arcade Treasures, I believe it is, collection. Somebody destroyed it with a marker, sadly. And then the last one is one I had never heard of until I picked it up, and this is Time Slip. And it's basically sort of like the poor man's Contra. It's a little rough around the edges, but overall it's a pretty fun game, and it's cheap. So if you haven't played it, check it out. Anyways, guys, that is all for my Super NES collection. Not the best, not the worst, but it's growing. So, as always, thanks for watching.